Good evening, folks. I apologize for being away for such a long time. I have had other things I had to do, but plus I was also recovering from illness. Don't worry, not COVID or anything of that nature. Just mostly a cold because I barely had a voice, but I'm better now. Now we're gonna talk about something that happened 50 years ago tonight, going into tomorrow. It was known as the Super Tornado Outbreak of 1974. Now, what happened on that date was one of the most infamous dates that is known to mankind. Now, what happened on that date was sad. Now, numerous numbers have showed 319, some show 319, others show different numbers, but if you actually go to like total, what the 148 tornadoes struck, brought devastation from Canada, Michigan, Ohio, Alabama, Tennessee, you name it. Literally all across Indiana, Illinois. We're not going to mention every single area that was hit, but we're going to mention the ones on here that were hit the hardest and that actually had some severe damage. But before we get into that, how do tornadoes form? Okay. Well, first off, you need thunderstorms. But how do thunderstorms form? Well, first off, you need cool, dry air from Canada coming from the north, and warm, dry air and warm, moist air out from the Gulf. When they collide, you got the elements there for the thunderstorm. Now, you got warm, dry air from the west bumping up against and flowing over moist air from the Gulf. That's called the dry line. That's where you get the storm. That's where the dry line is where your storms begin to develop into something much more greater than normal. That's where you determine where you get rotation or not. Now, but to get rotation, you need wind shear. Winds coming from two different directions. Back in those days, they didn't have color variations. They're just going by bow echoes on there. When storms would begin to, they would call them hook echoes or bow echoes. That's what they call them, but this is how they pretty much will show. Nowadays, they show green heading towards the radar, red going away from the radar. Together, those colors show a signature for rotation. That's how you get rotation. Now, wind shear. When wind goes towards one way, wind goes back towards it. But what happens when they collide? They have to do this. Rotate. Rotation. Now it's just a column of air, but then you get the updraft of that rotating air up into the clouds. But then that clouds are all rotating at that point. And a little couplet. Rotation is occurring at that time. Lots of rotation. Very tight and strong rotation. And when I'm saying very tight and strong rotation, that's because the green and red are really touching each other at this point. Once the rotation is up and in the clouds, it is tight. And very tight rotation. Then the downdraft occurs. This is causing this other new rotation, which is now the funnel cloud. And that's where you get the touchdown for the tornado. Voila. There you have it. A tornado. But now, let's go on with the outbreaks of this tornado. Outbreak of 1974. First we got Tennessee. 44. One that hit Cleveland, Tennessee. Cleveland, Tennessee, 1 dead, 100 injured. Harmony Hill, Pleasant Ridge, 11 dead, 121 injured. Marysville, 2 injured. Etowah, the first time through, 1 dead, 32 injured. The second time through, 3 dead. Sycamore, 1 dead. Dale Ridge, 23 injured. Cookville, 10 dead. 1 was injured. That same one died a month later. Moodyville, 5 dead, 6 injured. Viola, 1 dead, 1 injured. Monroe, 3 dead, 120 injured. McMinnville, 1 injured. Huntsville, 11 injured. Black Oak, 21 injured. And Black Oak, 21 injured. I meant to stay in Black Oak. My apologies. Now, that's 44 dead and 589 injured altogether in Tennessee. Now, Indiana. Tupac, Daisy Hill, 6 dead, 86 injured. Monticello, 38 dead, 741 injured. Hanover, Madison, 11 dead, 3,300 injured. Fountaintown, 1 dead, 42 injured. Kennard, 1 dead. Hamburg, 4 dead, 17 injured. Parker City, 1 dead. Northwest of Aboyne to northeast of Angola, 5 dead. And this is all in Indiana right here. 67 dead, 1,186 injured. Now we go to Kentucky. Brandenburg, Kentucky. 31 dead, 257 injured. Louisville, 3 dead, 207 injured. Elizabethtown near 2 are dead in Elizabethtown, 1 dead near Cox Creek. Temperance, 1 dead. Three Forks, 1 dead. And Rocky Springs, 1 dead. North of Blandardsville, south of Bromley, 18 injured. Mansville, 56 injured. Frankfort, 4 dead, 120 injured. Paytonsburg, 10 dead. Braunston, 2 dead, but disputed. 5 injured. Richmond, 7 dead. East of Somerset, 7 dead, 40 injured. Rockcastle, 1 unconfirmed dead. Foggertown, 22 injured. Now we go to Ohio. 42 dead. But in this Kentucky, we have 64 dead, 725 wounded, injured. In Ohio, Xenia, Ohio. 36 dead, 1,150 injured. At Cincinnati, Saylor Park, Sayler, and Xenia is spelled Xenia for information, for those who are confused with the way Xenia is used. And now we're on the Saylor Park part. 3 dead, 219 injured. At Mason, 2 dead. West Union, 1 dead, 4 injured. That's 42 dead, 1,373 injured. Now on to Alabama. Tanner the first time, 28 dead, 267. Second time, 16 dead, 190 injured. Jasper Coleman, 3 dead, 178 injured. Gin, Guin, or Gin, I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. 28 dead, 272 injured. Huntsville, 2 dead, 7 injured. Gadsden, 20 injured. And that there is a total of 77 dead and 934 injured. Now we jump over to Illinois. where we'll jump over to Canada real quick here. 9 dead. Non-injures. Then we jump to Illinois. 2 dead, 26 injured. The 9 that died were in Windsor, Canada. Windsor, Ontario. In Illinois. North side of Decatur, Illinois. 1 dead, 26 injured. Tullawan. 1 dead. Now we jump over to way down south to Georgia. Elijah to Blue Ridge, 5 injured. Sugar Valley, 7 dead. Ackworth, 1 dead. Yellow Creek, 3 dead. Juneau, 3 dead. And 17 injured in Pickens County alone. In North Carolina, 6 dead, 11 injured. In Allman, 2 dead. Actually, that's all together in North Carolina. In Allman, 2 dead, 11 injured. In Murphy, 4 dead. Now in Michigan, Hillsdale, 2 dead. And in Hudson, 3 injured. Now if that doesn't do your math head hard enough, take a calculator and add up all those numbers I sent to you. That does the injuries. Write down the injury numbers per each number. And death numbers. And that will tell you the exact numbers that was reported. Because Virginia wasn't... Some of them say Virginia was listed on there. Well, I looked at Virginia. Virginia was not on there. But this is what has been listed for me. Death was 329 and 4,859 injured. So, lots of injuries, for sure. Plenty of them were injured, but there's still plenty of others to even think about. I mean, we'll have to talk later. With that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.